Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Get Out Fishing. I am on a bucket list trip today, fishing the Ness River in Scotland, of all places. Definitely not near North Carolina today, fishing with this gentleman from Sweden. It's a doctor, a couple of fishing guides here. Peter Smith, I believe is his last name, from Green Highlander. Green Highlander is a great guide here in Scotland, and I would recommend him, highly recommend him, if you are coming this way and maybe looking to do some salmon fishing. You see a gentleman back behind me there in the river fishing for salmon today. Did not catch anything today, but I learned a lot, and I've never done any spey casting is what they call it. Single and double, had to use both techniques today, and you'll hear a little bit about that here in just a few minutes from Peter on the reason that they spey cast and how to go about it. Stay tuned.
So we're gonna start fishing the single spey, and the single spey is a cast that was developed on the spey, as with the double spey. And the river spey's got narrow wooded banks, quite steep, and of course there's trees and bushes on it. So your overhead cast would get caught in the undergrowth. So the spey cast keeps the line away from you in the water. So we're fishing on the left bank. We're looking downstream. We're fishing on the left bank, and a single spey is an ideal cast for that. So there's three parts to the cast. The line is downstream of me at the moment. I need to raise it up off the water, so there's lift, swing and out. So here's the lift, up to about 10 o'clock on a clock face. It can be quite slow, and then I'm going to swing upstream and out. Easy. Now, it's all about timing. It's not about brute strength. It's about using the rod and the timing of the rod to get the line out. So we start with short casts, up, swing and out. Now, what I'm doing with the up and the swing, I'm dropping my fly just in front of me, and that's called the anchor. And by dropping the fly just in front of me, the line that's upstream of that causes a loop called the D loop. So if you get a good anchor, your fly being just in front of you, you'll get a good D loop, and if you get a good D loop, you'll get a good forward cast. Perfect. So up, swing, there's the anchor. And sometimes it's useful to turn around and look at your D loop if you're beginning. Check it out. Am I making a good big fat D loop? Up, swing and out. Very little power going into the cast. I make it look easy because I've been doing it a long time. but it's not a cast about power. It's all about timing.
Yep.
Up, swing and out. Now, if I decide that I want to cast a long way, I've got a lot of line out now. So the same principles, up, swing, and out. Well, that's halfway across the river. So, but it's not fast cast. One of the biggest faults that people make is trying to put too much power in and trying to go too fast.
Can you feel it load when you make the D?
Yeah.
Okay.
Up, swing, and there's it loading there.
Yep. Perfect.
Okay, ready to have a shot?
Make sure our line's out.
Nice D-loop. Need to aim a bit higher.
Yeah. I put all the pieces together.
That's it. Make it a bit low.
Oh, I hate when I hit my fly like that. And see, when I'm fishing like a regular fly rod, when it does that, it's a mess.
Yep.
You just got to stop and pick it out.
You've probably got about 6 wind knots in there.
Yeah, every time.
Good D-loop.
Oh, I came down too hard. Always say I just need one dumb one.
Yeah.
Just to eat it. Sometimes we're not smart enough to catch them. We just need a dumb one.
That's a good cast. And here's the thing about salmon: they don't eat in fresh water.
They don't eat in. Really? Now this is fresh. Yes, that's what I thought.
Next question.
Uh-huh. When do they eat?
So you're thinking, how are we going to catch them if they don't eat, right?
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do is trigger the feeding response or the aggression response.
Right.
But they do not actually swallow and eat anything. And I think that it's a biological protection mechanism. If you think about it, these are big apex predators.
Mm-hmm.
If they came back into their home water, they're gonna eat up all the little salmon. So they don't eat. So we're trying to trigger that feeding response from when they've been out at sea. They're going to spawn in late October. The eggs will hatch out in about March. After a year, they're going to be about that size.
Really? Only that size after a year?
Yeah. After 2 years, they're going to be about that size. Right. And after 3 years, they're about that size. They're about.
So these, when you catch these big ones in here, they're very old.
No, here's the difference, right? After 3 years in the river, they're that size.
Uh-huh.
They go down to sea. All of the 3-year class fish in May downriver. They turn silver and they go down the river. They're called smolts.
Uh-huh.
And they spend one winter at sea and come back that size.
No way.
Yep. See, now you've got enough skill now that you could actually go salmon fishing. You could rent. You'd have to have the tackle or rent the tackle, and you could book your own day. Your casting's good enough that all I'm doing now is fine tuning it.
Mm.
Now I've got another 3 or 4 casts that I could show you.
Yeah.
But I think we'll just fish it down to begin with.
Well, we call this channel Get Out Fishing because we just enjoy getting out fishing whenever we can, and this was definitely a bucket list trip for me here in Scotland, fishing on the Ness River. I'll give you one more look at it as we go here today. Again, no fish, but that's okay. It's not about the fish, it's about the experience, and today was very much about that. Not anything I thought I'd ever be able to do in my lifetime, but been able just to come over here and spend an entire day with these guys and it has been absolutely amazing. Again, we're in Inverness, Scotland. Inverness, Scotland. If you're looking for a place to come fish, Peter and Green Highlander are not far from here, and I would highly recommend checking in with these guys. They do various guided trips around the Highlands in Scotland, and check them out. And as always, take every opportunity you can to get out fishing.